MVP taking on Ian Machado, Gary. Let's start with the walkout. I think that he's created. I haven't actually listened to it as of yet. Very long, very relaxed walkout, smiling, dancing, the usual that we see from MVP. Hanging around, gets into the cage, usual shenanigans that people are doing on this particular event, getting very close to Mr. Bruce Buffer. Fight, he's, that point, stance karate style, darting in and out. I don't think he was successful in landing. Actually, no, he landed a counter. He threw a few leg kicks. Gary was able to thought there's no way that these guys are going to be standing up for the whole 3 rounds. Gary catches the kick about a minute odd into the first round, catches it, takes him down, and controls for the remainder of the round. Just looking at it, I mean, Ian Machado Gary, I think, caught him with some arm shots, I guess, via leg kick, but that control and near submission attempts could, well, definitely a 10-9. We could even potentially go further and say a 10-8. Oh, and interestingly, obviously with Ian Machado Gary's love for Brazil, he's got Damian Maia, one of the former lightweight champ, the Bronx, Charles the Bronx. He's got his coach in there, something in his corner with him as well. So he's got some so second rounds, kind of similar to the first of sorts. Of sorts, Michael Venom Page was a lot more successful. Credited 8 significant strikes to Ian Machado's 4 significant strikes. His keys to victory are clearly grappling and creating a full-fledged mixed martial arts bounce faster than MVP. We know it. I was just talk, and it's clear to see that MVP is faster. He's breaking all of the rules as he normally does. His hands down, but he's scoring, and based upon these big shots, he's nailing him with these jabs and these hard, the jabs in essence, crosses, hooks, checks. He could have eked out that second round. Gary had him in a very early in, just under in a leg lock. MVP isn't looking his best in this particular bout, I would say. It's still pretty interesting. I thought there could be a situation where it was a scoring, but not the most exciting. There's a lot on there's a lot. So third and final round, and we pretty much get the same. There was a lot of urgency from MVP. Because like accusations, he stayed very patient. He didn't fall for the traps, and he basically grappled his way to a victory. Finished off the third round on his back. Thank you from MVP. I haven't heard the press conference yet, but that wasn't the MVP we know. Interested to see his thoughts. Started off pretty slow of sorts. It just wasn't how he normally fights. But again, congratulations to Ian Machado Gary. He did his thing. Grapple heavy approach. Well-rounded mixed martial artist. Congratulations, he did his thing. Wasn't too cheesy on the mic. After one thing I want to highlight, the first round, Joe was saying that look at MVP's face when he was in the rear naked choke. He's saying like MVP's he's panicking and he's in trouble. I didn't see that. I saw a little concern on his face. Obviously, he's concentrating on keeping his breathing and blah 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 blah. But they hyped that up that he was actually Mr. Rogan had, etc. But yeah, I think he overhyped that just a little some. But yeah, overall, an interesting fight. Thought it would be a lot more. All good. So let's look at some of these other bouts on this interesting 303 card in Las Vegas. We had the legend himself, Mr. Andre Arlovski, taking on who's got what's this his 60th. And it's it's a credit to I guess the UFC and himself to still be fighting. He took on Martin Boudet, young upstart, to get a victory from this aging legend, Hall of Famer, former heavyweight champion Andre Arlovski. He went to a decision victory. It was unfortunately pitiful. No disrespect to either the fighters, but come on, man, what are we doing? What are we doing? He just said it how it was and was being very critical of both combatants. And I think he could have turned it down a little. He's not got much time left in the UFC based upon that performance. It was almost like he was sparring out there. He wasn't, he was doing just enough in the competition, not putting himself into danger. I 100% agree. Michelle Waterson / Gomez. with her new marriage was thoroughly destroyed by Gillian Robertson. And she returned with mixed martial arts and age yourself all the time. You can't be doing this forever. You cannot be doing it forever. And Gillian, she's improving it, improving and improving with the help of Dean Thomas. It was a masterclass. It wasn't like butter. Okay, congratulations. They need to be putting Miss Gillian Robinson on the fast track, man. We see her occasionally. They don't really give her too much fighter. Congratulations and congratulations to Michelle. All the best for your retirement, whatever that may hold. Coaching, honor in the crowd, to lend support. I think that was real cool. Peyton Talbot took on Yanis, whatever his last name is. Apologies, I cannot pronounce it. But hey, um, Peyton is looking real good. He's looking real good. These two fights we've seen him in, very quick turnarounds as well. Let's his career with the level of competition increasing. Um, this is someone definitely to look out for. Interesting character as well. He's definitely an interesting character. Editing skills, I haven't actually watched them all, but he's got a very trippy style of editing and putting his stuff together. Real cool, real cool. Congratulations. Charles Jourdain, very technical striker, got his arse Wazil. That uppercut was nasty, boss. That was nasty. Um, yeah. Congratulations. Charles Jourdain got up as well. He wasn't out for too long. Overall, very good performance, man. Very good performance.
So is there anything else that I have missed at? Okay, yes. Moira Bueno Silva, Macy Chesson. Question, is it just me? Or does Moira Bueno Silva always look like she's, I don't know, like upset or she smelt something unpleasant? She has an interesting demeanor at times. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. That gash on her head was disgusting. Very competitive fight up until then. And I would say round two, TKO due to doctor stoppage because of that nasty gash. Moira Bueno Silva was putting in the work first round, clearly what went to her. Macy turned it up in the second round. I say let the cut heal and run that one back. Congratulations to Macy. Hollow victory of sorts. So we have the 60 plus fight veteran color commentator Anthony Lionheart Smith taking on Roman Dolidze, who's moving up from 185 to 205. You can see the difference. Training partners up in the past, apparently. What do you say? What do you say? I mean, Roman got the win. There was training leg kicks very heavy early on. Pretty much like a sparring match. There wasn't necessarily really going for it kind of thing. Odd one. Well, congratulations to Roman. I think he should. Well, I think they said, didn't they say on the broadcast that he's top 10 in both divisions or something? I don't know what that even would even mean and what the implications, but I know what it means. But what are the implications of that? I think he should stay at 185 unless he has another step up in competition 205 wise. Yes. Moving on. Madness, absolute madness. Diego Lopez was supposed to take on T-City, who was acting awfully strange throughout the whole thing. He was just like, he wasn't bothered, at the ceremonial weigh-ins. Joe asked him something and he was just like, yeah. And Joe was like, huh? Okay. All right then, no problem. And then there was some kind of weight thing. He was moving up from featherweight to 155. He couldn't make weight. All kind of madness. Absolute madness. Okay. And then Mr. 50K himself, Dan Ige, steps up on like 4 hours notice or something and beaks out 3 rounds, very competitive. He was far from a punk in this year. And Diego blew his wad towards the end. It was very challenging. He made weight, then all change of weight, change of opponent, change of style. Congratulations to both of them. Dana's obviously going to sort them out financially, and he said he's going to put them on the spear card. So that's going to be cool. That will indeed be cool. Congratulations to both. What on earth's going on? Brian Ortega. We was looking forward to that fight. Everyone was. Let's see what takes place. There we go. Main event of the evening. 5 rounds for the light heavyweight strap. Short notice. Obviously, we know what took place. And Poatan came in. Now, mind you, was it 3 years? How long has he been fighting now within mixed martial arts? Because he's a Muay Thai and kickboxing champion and a specialist. Okay. Yuri Prohatska. Yeah. Both of them actually as well. Let's paint the picture fully. Both of them were middleweights, came up light heavyweight. Yuri had the strap. He's a mixed martial artist. Let's not get this twisted. He's got a very awkward, strange style, which has worked for him up until he meets Alex Pereira, who is primarily a kickboxer and a Muay Thai specialist, glory champion, XYZ. And he has been able to come into mixed martial arts in such a short period of time. 3 years, I may be incorrect, 4 years maybe, I don't know. But it was a hella short period of time. Defeat Israel Adesanya. Obviously, Izzy got that one back. He defeats Jan Blachowicz. And that was a close fight, that was. That was indeed a close fight. I actually would say that was a draw or Jan got that there. But on the records, he beat him. Jamal Hill. Yuri Prohatska. Twice now. It's interesting. Very interesting. Because mixed martial arts, the combat sport I thoroughly enjoy. And I so love the 8-limbed Muay Thai now as well. I just don't expect it. I just did not expect this to take place. Not at all. This is showing this is showing a lot. This is telling a lot. What are these? What look? This wasn't a special rules fight. This was the light heavyweight championship for the UFC. Oh, I forgot Sean Strickland. He bossed up Sean Strickland as well, who was a champion as well. Like, he's got a tremendous record as Alex Poatan Pereira. Like, come on. Give it up to him. Give it up to the champ. He's coming here, and these these fighters, these prize fighters, who I have a lot of respect for, have come in and said, what I'm going to do is I am going to fight a multi-time world champion, Muay Thai and kickboxing champion. I'm going to go in and fight him in a sport called mixed martial arts. And you know what? Man's just going to stand and strike with him still. I ain't going to try and do no takedowns, grappling. I ain't going to try and submit this geezer. Get him down. Like, this dude is a dangerous striker. And no one... I mean, like, I'm far from, like, a boxing... No, not boxing. A mixed martial arts coach. But I would have thought that would have been one of the first things that people should be doing. He had issues in his second bouts with being taken down. Like, come on. And he's improved. He's working with Glover Teixeira. But come on, guys, man. We're at the highest. We're at the peak, at the peak. Pardon self. And you're not even trying to grapple, wrestle. You're not doing nothing. You're just trying to strike with this guy who's proven that he's got ridiculous power and he ain't going nowhere. I think it was a terrible mistake from Yuri. And also Yuri, he took some blows, man. He took some blows. He was pretty much the end of the first round. He was saved by the bell. I mean, you're talking about the 1990s bloody sitcom with Screech and Niam. He was out. He was out. If there was another 5-10 seconds, and Alex was able to follow up. It would have been the first round finish. Second round come in, he's still clearly not fully with it. Got his hands all the way down to his waist, which is his style. We get it. Very awkward. Lots of fakes, man. Feints. Lots of movements. And not much going on, man. He had more success in the very first bouts. Questionable stoppage, quote unquote. This stoppage was definitely not. He was out. He was out. And then he got a couple more little hammer fists and, strikes. There was no denying if he won or not. He did the thing, and he's exposed at the highest level of middleweight and light heavyweights. Fight IQ, that's what they call it, right? Fight IQ. What's going on? If Jiri, if Jamal Hill, if Sean Strickland, if any of his opponents would have said, actually, you know what? There we go. Listen, I neglected to mention Jan Blachowicz had much success wrestling and trying to grapple. Well, better success. Yeah, wore him out. Go back and watch that fight. That was a very competitive fight, man. That was. Run that one back. Let's see you run that one back. You're talking about moving up to heavyweight. Dana's like, yeah, he needs to do some more work in that division first. It'd be fun in how they're doing things and all that. It'd be fun for him to move up to potentially fight the interim champ because John's waiting out for Stipe. But let's put him back in with Mr. The Polish Power. Let's see what happens. But yeah, man, MMA was exposed, has been exposed with this particular character. And the time that he's been in the sport, in the UFC. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. Congratulations to the champ. He did his thing. Congratulations.